You're not overpaying for car repairs because of bad prices. You're overpaying because of how you're being sold to. I used to work in an auto shop.
And once you understand what's happening behind the counter,
You start seeing it everywhere. It usually starts the same way.
hey, your car needs some work.
Sounds normal, right? Not aggressive, not pushy.
Just helpful.
But that phrase is doing something very specific. It lowers your guard. How the game works: diagnose the issue, frame the risk, then close the sale. Because the moment you feel like they're helping you, you stop questioning what comes next. Here's what happens next. Small talk shifts to urgency. Listen for tone changes and conditional phrases that imply risk. They anchor you with numbers and checklists, measurements and red highlights, to make the risk feel immediate.
And that's when the conversation shifts.
From diagnosis to sales. Then comes the next layer, the most powerful and often most misleading tool in the playbook: fear. This is where a recommendation shifts from a helpful suggestion to an urgent, non-negotiable demand. It starts subtly. The advisor's tone changes. They lean in, their expression turning serious.
Okay, so looking at the inspection, there are a couple of things I need to draw your attention to. You're going to want to take care of this soon. Specifically, these brakes are getting worn. We're measuring them at about 3 millimeters. The legal minimum is 2, so you're getting close. Honestly, this could become unsafe, especially if you have a long trip planned or do a lot of stop-and-go driving. I wouldn't feel comfortable letting my own family drive on these.
Did you catch that? The personal anecdote? The vague but ominous warning? This is framing number 1, the vague threat. It's designed to make you feel irresponsible for even questioning the repair. Here's another common one. Framing number 2, the catastrophic scenario.
Imagine you're on the highway and traffic suddenly stops. With your brakes in this condition, your stopping distance is significantly increased. You slam the pedal, but the car just doesn't respond like it should. That's not a situation you want to be in.
Now, here's the truth. Sometimes that's legitimate. A truly safety-critical issue demands immediate attention. If a mechanic shows you a tire with cords showing, a brake line that's actively leaking fluid, or a ball joint that's about to separate, that isn't a sales tactic. That is a genuine, urgent warning you absolutely should listen to. Their concern is real, and the danger is imminent. In those cases, the car is not safe to drive, period. But sometimes, that same serious tone and fearful language are used for something far less critical. It's being used to create urgency where there is none. Let's go back to those brakes at 3 millimeters. Are they worn? Yes. Do they need to be replaced soon? Absolutely. Do they need to be replaced this very second, or the car will explode? No. You likely have hundreds, maybe even 1,000 miles of life left. But soon doesn't close a sale today. Unsafe does. This tactic hijacks your brain's natural threat response. Fear versus fact on screen. Fear says, act now. Fact asks, what's the test, threshold, and timeline? Because when you feel like your safety or your family's safety is at risk, your rational mind takes a back seat. The part of your brain that handles logic, planning, and critical thinking, the prefrontal cortex, gets bypassed. Your amygdala, the brain's alarm system, takes over. It screams, danger, and in that state, you don't slow down and think. You don't ask for a second opinion. You don't ask to see the worn part. You don't ask if you have a month or a day. You say yes. You authorize the repair just to make the feeling of anxiety go away. The advisor has successfully transformed a future maintenance item into an immediate, high-profit job. Here's the turn. Regain control by slowing down, asking specifics, and separating emotion from evidence. Fear makes you decide faster, not smarter. It's the ultimate shortcut to your wallet, and it's crucial to learn how to recognize it. Here's something most people don't realize when they walk into a repair shop. In a lot of shops, especially the large corporate chains you see everywhere, the service department doesn't just function as a place to fix cars. It operates as a profit center with specific financial goals, and that brings us to a powerful, often invisible force at play: sales targets. You might hear them called quotas, goals, or KPIs, key performance indicators, but they all mean the same thing: Service advisors and technicians are often expected to sell a certain number of specific services each week or month. Think of it like this. The shop might have a goal to sell, say, 50 alignments, 40 transmission flushes, and 100 sets of premium wiper blades every month. These aren't just suggestions, they're metrics that are tracked daily. An advisor's performance, their bonus, and sometimes even their job can depend on hitting these numbers. Now, let's be very clear. This doesn't mean every shop is bad, or that every service advisor is trying to rip you off. Many are honest, hard-working professionals who genuinely want to help. But it does mean the system they work in creates a fundamental conflict of interest. The person talking to you isn't just diagnosing your car's problems. They may also be trying to hit a number. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call her Sarah, took her car in for a simple oil change. The car was only 2 years old and running perfectly. When she went to pick it up, the advisor presented her with an estimate for over $400. It included a fuel system cleaning, a throttle body service, and a brake fluid flush. The advisor told her these were critically important preventative maintenance items for a car of its age. Sarah felt pressured and confused, but thankfully, she decided to wait. Later, she checked her owner's manual. None of those services were recommended by the manufacturer for at least another 30,000 miles. The advisor wasn't necessarily lying. Those services do exist, but he was pushing them years too early, likely to meet a monthly quota for high-margin maintenance packages. And when that pressure to hit a number happens, recommended services start showing up more often, and the line between what's necessary and what's profitable can become incredibly blurry. A suggestion can feel like a demand, and a good idea can be framed as an urgent safety issue. This is where you, as a customer, are most vulnerable. Then comes the part that shuts most people down: technical language.
Your rotors are warped. Your fluid is contaminated. Your system is degrading.
And suddenly, you're not in control of the conversation anymore. Control the conversation with plain English questions. Ask for tests, thresholds, and alternatives. Your checklist header: urgent, prevent soon, optional. We'll sort every recommendation into one of these columns, because when you don't understand something, you stop questioning it, and when you stop questioning, you start agreeing. Then comes the moment of truth. The service advisor slides a piece of paper across the counter. It's the infamous recommended services list. On the surface, it looks professional, official, and maybe a little intimidating. It's a long column of technical terms, each with a price tag next to it. Your eyes scan down the page, and you see a variety of services you might not have even heard of before. Things like a brake fluid flush, a new cabin air filter, an engine air filter, a wheel alignment, a tire rotation. The list goes on. And as you look at the items, you see the subtotal at the bottom of the page start to climb. And it adds up fast. Suddenly, your simple oil change has ballooned into a 4-figure repair bill. Now here's the important part, and the key to saving yourself hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over your lifetime as a car owner. Some of these services may actually be needed. Your car does require regular maintenance to run safely and reliably, but not all of them are urgent. And that is the critical distinction. The secret is learning to separate the do-it-now items from the do-it-later items. Let's create a framework. First, the urgent category. These are services that directly impact your safety or the fundamental drivability of your car. For example, a brake fluid flush. Old, contaminated brake fluid can boil under pressure, leading to a soft pedal or even total brake failure. If the fluid is tested and shows high moisture content, this is urgent. This typically costs between $100 and $200. Another urgent item can be a wheel alignment, but only if you're experiencing clear symptoms like your car pulling hard to one side, or if you have dangerously uneven tire wear. This is a safety issue that needs immediate attention and usually runs from $80 to $150. And a severely clogged engine air filter also falls here. Your engine needs to breathe. If it's choked off, you'll lose power and efficiency and potentially damage expensive sensors. If it looks black and impacted with dirt, it's urgent. Thankfully, it's a cheap fix, often $25 to $75. Now let's look at the deferrable category. These are services that are good for your car long-term or are for your comfort, but aren't immediate safety threats. A classic example is the cabin air filter. This cleans the air you breathe inside the car. While a dirty one can make your AC smell musty, it's not a mechanical emergency. You can wait. This service costs about $40 to $100. A tire rotation is another one. It's important for maximizing the life of your tires by ensuring they wear evenly. But if you just had them rotated 5,000 miles ago, you can definitely wait. It's not an immediate risk. This is often a $20 to $50 service, or sometimes free with an oil change. Finally, a common upsell, fuel system cleaning. Shops claim it restores lost power and fuel economy. While it can be beneficial for some older, high-mileage cars, it's rarely an urgent necessity. It's preventative maintenance you can schedule for later, if at all. This can be a pricey one, from $150 to $300, and that's where most people lose money. They don't know how to separate these two lists, because everything gets bundled together into one big, scary total. The urgent brake service is presented with the same importance as the deferrable cabin filter, and you feel like you have to say yes to all of it, or you're being an irresponsible car owner. This pressure is by design, but now you have the framework to see right through it.
So how do you avoid this? Simple.
Rule 1.
Never make a decision on the spot.
Rule 2.
Ask one question. Is this urgent, or can it wait?
Rule 3. Ask for a breakdown, parts, labor. What are you actually paying for? Rule 4. Get a second opinion, always. Because the moment you slow the process down, you take control back before you walk into a shop. Know what the repair should cost first. I built a free tool that helps you do exactly that. So you're not walking in blind. In 10 seconds, you'll have a free price check tool to use before any estimate. Open your notes and write. Know price first. Compare items, parts, and labor. Tap the link in the description and bookmark it for your next service visit. Because this isn't just about car repairs. This is how money works. If you don't question what you're paying, you lose money. Everywhere. But once you understand how you're being sold to, you stop overpaying, and you start keeping more of your money.